Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Tomogami and today we are here for my first video on the Frosted Network channel. Hopefully you will enjoy it, and if you do, definitely consider subscribing to the channel for our consistently uploaded content. So, essentially what I'm going to be doing on the channel is uploading every Tuesday, and I'll be doing statue tutorials for YouTubers, so definitely let me know down in the comments below which YouTubers you want to see. We'll go based on what you guys suggest, as well as some popular ones out there at the moment. So, again, hopefully you enjoyed. Today we are doing Stampy, Stampy Long Nose, Stampy Long Head, whatever you want to call him. We are doing a Stampy statue in Minecraft. So hopefully you'll enjoy. Again, if you do, definitely consider leaving a like and a comment down below with any sort of feedback, constructive or just praise. I don't mind, either is great. And again, hopefully you'll consider subscribing. If you do enjoy this content, I do also have two other channels where I upload twice a week on both of them, so I'll leave a link to both of them in the description, and also feel free to check out the other directors on the channel, Give Us Gaming and Jared Gaming, where I'll also leave a link to them as well. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the tutorial. Okay guys, so the blocks you'll need to build the statue are the following. You'll need yellow stained clay, white wool, light grey wool, stone, yellow wool, grey wool, green wool, lime wool, and also black wool. Now, a map is useful, not necessary, but useful. I do recommend you use it. It means you don't have to count, essentially, which is really, it just makes your life a lot easier, so why would you not want to do that? So yeah, anyways, if you want to pause here, grab them blocks into your inventory, that'll be great, and then we can get straight on into building. So, first off, we're going to start with the legs. The legs are 12 tall, 8 wide, 4 thick. We're going to be doing the front side first. We don't have to worry about like thickness and depth and stuff like that. We're just worrying about the width and the height. So, what we're going to start off by doing is we're going to start here, or anywhere of your choice, should I say, and we're going to place one white wool. Next to that, one light grey, one white, two light grey, one white, light grey, white. So, once you've done that, that is 8 wide, as you can see right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 wide. That is the first layer. Essentially, we just have to build 11 layers on top of it. So, the second layer is the exact same. It's white wool, light grey, white wool, 2 light grey, white wool, light grey, white wool. The third layer is 8 white wool. So, right now, it should be 3 tall, 8 wide. Should be looking like this. The fourth layer, and this is where we're going to start factoring in some yellow, is 3 white wool, 2 yellow stained clay, 3 white wool. The next layer is 2 white wool, 4 yellow stained clay, 2 white wool. The next layer is 1 yellow stained clay, 1 white wool, 4 yellow, 1 white, 1 yellow. Again, right now, it should be 6 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide. The next 6 layers is simply yellow stained clay. So that's first layer, second, third, fourth, fifth, and finally, sixth. There we go. So, once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. Now, that is 12 tall and 8 wide, and to prove that to you, I can grab my map, and this is why maps are useful. You can see here that the Y coordinate is 5. If you're on PC, press F3 and you'll get these settings up. Mobile, I'm not too sure actually, I believe it might be on a map as well. But yeah, my one is Y5, yours may be different, so please make adjustments for this. So essentially, you just add 12 onto that Y coordinate of your floor level, and that's what your statue should be. So in this case, it's Y17. As you can see here, this is Y17. So that means we've done it correctly. That means it's 12 tall, and it saves you having to go along and go 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea. So it saves you counting, and it means you can guarantee every time that you've got it right. So essentially, just count 12 up from the floor level, and that is what it should be. Okay, so as you can see, again, it's a 12 by 8 rectangle. If you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. And we're now going to move on. So, moving on to the body and the arms. We're going to do the body first and come back to the arms, but what we're going to do is mark out the arms. So on the left side, we're going to build up one using yellow, same on the right side. On the left side, we're going to go 1, 2 to the left using white wool. We're going to place 1 stone, 1 white wool. So it's a 4 block overhang, and that's essentially just marking out where the hands start. Coming over to the right side, what we're going to do from this yellow here is the exact same but mirrored. So 2 white wool, 1 stone, 1 white wool. Again, that gives you a 4 block overhang, and that marks out where the hands start. We're not going to work on the hands, we'll come back to that later. For now, we're going to focus on the body. So for the body, which is of course this section here, we're going to start off by filling in this remaining row by placing 2 yellow, 2 white, 2 yellow, and it should link up perfectly like so. Next, what we're going to do, on top of this white wool here, we're going to place 2 white wool. We're going to go up diagonal to the left and right. Then we're going to go up 1 on each one. So it looks like this. Kind of looks like a face with 2 antlers or horns. Then we go up diagonal again, so up diagonal to the left, up diagonal to right. And this time we're going to go up 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be looking like this. It should be looking like a V, like the letter V. Next, what we're going to do is go up diagonal, but this time inwards. So on the left side, we're going to go inwards right. And on the right side, we're going to go inwards left. And then we go up 1, like so. And link together by placing 2 white wool in the middle. And that caps it off and gives you a shape that looks like this. What we're now going to go ahead and do is fill this all in using white wool. So everything in this outline is pure white wool. And once we've done that, we can move on to filling in the remaining colours on the body. But again, just to recap, we've got this bottom section here, which is positioned in the 2 centre blocks, which is a 2x2. We've then got the next section, which is a 4x2. The next section, which is a 6x6 square. And then on top of that, finally, we got a 4x2. So it's made up essentially of 4 different shapes, and in total it comes to this big old shape that looks like this. So for the remaining colouring, what we're going to do is come to this yellow stained clay here, and we're going to build up 11. Now you know you've done it correctly because it could, or should I say, come up to the same height level as this white wool here. We're going to place 2 yellow there, 2 yellow here, and then on the same on this side, just build up 11 to the same height, and it will look like this. Now, that will leave you with 2 shapes down the bottom, an L and a backwards L that are empty. We're going to fill this simply in using our yellow stained clay. And once you've done that, you have completed the front of the body. Now, it does look very plain, but it's not necessary to add details for the sake of adding details. So the skin itself is very, very simple, and we thought we'd keep it simple. So that's why we've made it nice and plain. So anyways, right now, again, I'll show you the map coordinates. Again, my floor is Y5. Up here should be Y29 because we are 24 blocks off the floor. As you can see, it is. And right now, the statue itself should be 24 blocks tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including those mini arms that we've built so far. And talking of arms, that's what we're going to work on right now. So we're going to start on the left arm, so let's scoot on over here. We got the first layer already done. Bear in mind the arms are 12x4, so 12 tall, 4 wide. This is the first layer and it's 4 wide. So, the first layer consists of 1 white wool, 1 stone, 2 white. The second layer consists of 1 stone, 2 white, 1 stone. The third layer is the exact same as the second, stone, 2 white, stone. The next layer is 4 white. The next layer is 1 white, 3 yellow. So again, right now it should be 5 tall. And then the remaining 7 layers is yellow stained clay. So nice and plain, nice and simple, shouldn't be too difficult to do. It will come up to the same height level as the top of the body, and that will give you a 12x4 rectangle, which looks something like this. Now the beauty of this statue and the beauty of most skins is that the right arm is the exact same, just mirrored. So if you want to copy that over and build it yourself, you are more than welcome to do so, but I'm going to go ahead and teach you and walk you guys through it nevertheless, just in case you need me to. So coming over to the right arm, we're going to start again on this first layer here, which should consist of 2 white wool, 1 stone, 1 white wool. The second layer, again from left to right, is 1 stone, 2 white, 1 stone. Third layer is the exact same as the second, 1 stone, 2 white, 1 stone. You can kind of see here how it's mirrored. The fourth layer is 4 white wool. The fifth layer is 3 yellow, 1 white wool. And then the remaining 7 layers is yellow stained clay. Again, once you've done that, that will give you a 12x4 rectangle. And it will look something like this. Now, as you can see here, that is the front of the body complete, and that gives you a general look of how the statue will be. as well as the general heights and stuff. Bear in mind the head is 8 tall, 9 tall with the 3D effects. So this is only kind of like a small preview of what it looks like, but it's enough to give you a general idea of what you're doing. Okie dokie, so with that said, we're now going to make the statue 3D. So we're going to come around to the left side of the statue, to the bottom of the leg. We're going to get our stone, and right next to this white wall here, we're going to place 1 stone. Next to that, we're going to place 2 white wool. And this is the start of the side of the legs. So the side of the left leg and the side of both legs is 12 by 4. However, we've already got this row here complete. So that's the 4th row complete. So we're only placing 3 blocks on each row. This is the first layer. So we're going to be doing 11 more layers. We're going to place 1 white wool, 1 stone, 1 white wool. The next 2 layers is 3 white wool. And you'll know you've done it correctly because this one here should be 1 block taller than this one. The remaining 8 layers is simply just yellow stained clay. So we're just going to build up until we meet the top of the legs, which is right here. And you'll notice the top of the legs because it should be the layer below where the hands start, and it should be in line with this block right here. So again, that is a 12 by 4. If you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. Very, very simple. And the other side, again, is mirrored. So that's always easy. So coming around to the right side, again, I will go over it just in case. Next to this white wall here, we're going to place 1 stone. Next to that, 2 white wool. Above that, we're going to place 1 white wool, 1 stone, 1 white wool. And then we're going to place 2 more rows of white wool. You'll know, again, it's correct because there should be 1 block taller on the left side. And then we're going to place next to that 3 yellow stained clay. On top of that, we're going to place another 7 layers of yellow stained clay. So it's 8 in total. And that will bring you up to the same height here. And you'll know, again, it's correct because it will be in line with this block here, the one just below the hand. Again, that's the side of the leg. That is a 12 by 4, exact same as the left side, just mirrored, so it's nice and easy. So, once you've done that, and you've got these sides of the legs complete, we're now going to focus on the sides of the arms. To do that, however, we're going to have to come around to the rear side of the statue, right here. Get our white wool and come to the bottom of the hands and extend it backwards 3 all the way across using white wool. So simply all you do is just go 1, 2, 3 all the way across, and if you come below you'll notice it's right because it will be a 4 by 4 square of white wool with that 1 block of stone right there. Come over to the other hand, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, whoops, 1, 2, 3. Again, come below, it's a 4 by 4 square, and that is the base of the hands. So, once you've done the base of the hands, that will give you something that looks like this. It's like a backwards L. Again, the arms are 12 by 4, but we've already got 1 row complete, so we're only going to be placing 3 blocks on each row. So, what we're going to start off by doing, again, we're on the left arm right now, is on the first layer, from left to right, we're going to go to the 3rd block, which should be down diagonal from the stone here, and replace it with stone. On top of that, we're simply just going to place 4 rows of 3 white wool. So that's 3, 4, and it will come in line with this block here, and then that will end off there. So right now it's a 5 by 4 rectangle with the 3 blocks of stone, but majority white, and then the next 7 rows on top is simply yellow stained clay. There we go. Again, it will come up to the same height here, which should be 24 blocks off ground level. So that is the left side of the arm complete. That is a 12 by 4 rectangle. And the other side, again, you probably guessed it already, is mirrored. So if you want to pause here, you are more than welcome to go ahead and copy it over. But just for you guys who want me to go over it one last time, I'll go over it, you guessed it, one last time. So coming around to the right side now, to the right side of the arm, to be more specific, we're going to come to the 2nd block, again down diagonal from the stone, and replace it with stone. And then we're going to place 4 rows of white wool on top. Again, it will come in line with this white wool here. And then we've got 7 rows of yellow stained clay just to top it off and bring it up to the same height. And yeah, it'll match up perfectly. And again, that is a 12 by 4 rectangle and the side of the right arm complete. So we are making really nice progress so far. You should have something that looks just about like this. If you haven't, and again, definitely go back in the tutorial, see where you've gone wrong. And if you are still struggling, let me know down in the comments below where you're going wrong, and I'll try and offer some more personalised support. But bear in mind, again, I am one person, so if I do not reply straight away, give me time, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as possible. Hopefully, though, none of you will need my help, and you'll all be on track with your very own Stampy statue So now we're going to continue with the tutorial. I'm going to go around to the rear side of the statue, where you'll find a gaping big like hole. So we're going to fill that in, and we're going to complete the statue. So we're going to come to the back of the legs right here. Again, the back of the legs are a 12 by 8. However, this time we got one row here, one row here, which means each row we're only placing 6 blocks. So the first 4 rows is simply white wool. Then it gets a tiny bit more complicated, but not too much. So what we're going to do for the 5th row is we're going to place 2 yellow, 2 white, 2 yellow. The next row is the exact same, 2 yellow, 2 white, 2 yellow. And then on top of that, we're going to place 6 rows of yellow stained clay. So 6 rows of 6 yellow stained clay. And once you've done that, it will bring you up to the same height level as the side of the legs, right about there. And give you a nice 12 by 8 area. And that is the back of the legs complete. For the back of the body, this is slightly more complicated and probably the most difficult part of the tutorial, so listen up. We're going to start off right here. On the left side, we're going to place 1 yellow stained clay, 1 white wool, 4 yellow, 1 white wool, 1 yellow. Now, the white wool is basically the start of the pattern on the back. I'm not really sure if they're like wings, but it's the pattern you see on the back of the character. So we're going to start them now. So normally, as I said, I go layer by layer, but in this case it's probably easier if I just show you how to do it. So on top of the left white wool, what we're going to do is build up 7 using yellow wool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What we're going to do is go back down to the bottom again. We're going to go up 1, so on the second block of yellow, and go to the left 1. We're then going to go up 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 5 in total, and then the row next to that is 7 in total. Well then, you guessed it, going to go back down to the bottom again, this time to the right, and we're going to place 1 yellow wool. On top of that, we're going to place 3 white wool. On top of that, 1 yellow, 1 white, and then 4 yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow. And if you done it correctly, you'll notice it should be 1 block shorter than the top of the statue, and we're simply going to place 1 yellow stained clay on top to finish it off. For the right side, what we're going to do is on top of this white wool here, we're going to build up 9 using yellow. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks tall. Now, if you done it correctly, it should be 1 block shorter than the left side already, and we're going to go over that in a second. So coming to the right side, we're going to go down back again to the bottom. So from here, we're going to go 1 to the side and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow wool. And then we're going to go to the left side. So from this white wool here, we're going to go up diagonal to the left, place 1 white, go up 2, 1 yellow, 1 white, and then 5 yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, if you done it correctly, it should come up to the same height as the one on the left. It should match up perfectly. Again, they are like slightly different because they're slightly different on the skin. So it shouldn't match up completely perfectly. But you get the idea. It's like the similar pattern, and then they come to the same height, and you simply just place 1 yellow stained clay above it to bring it up to the same height as the body. So simply, all we're going to do for the rest of the gaps is just fill it in with yellow stained clay. So that involves 1 there, and the one over here should be yellow wool, so you don't have to worry about that. On this side, we're going to build up 4, and then 5 using yellow stained clay. On this side, we're going to build up 2. And then we're going to build up 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it will bring you up to the same height. And then for the center 2 rows, we're simply just going to build up 11 blocks on each one, and that will bring us up to a nice, complete 12 by 8 rectangle. Okay, so that is what it should look like once you've complete. Again, the body, or should I say the upper body, is from here to here. That's a 12 by 8 rectangle. And if any time to pause would be now, that would be a good time to do so. Again, very, very difficult compared to the rest of the statue, but not too difficult in general. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the back of the arms. So we're going to start on the left arm. And again, it's a 12 by 4. First layer complete, so we're only placing 3 blocks. Hopefully you've gathered that by now. The first 3 layers on top of the existing one we've got here is white wool. So it's 4 layers of white wool in total. And you'll know you've done it correctly because it should be 1 block shorter than this row here. We're then simply going to place 8 rows of yellow stained clay on top, and that will bring us up to the same height level. And again, it's not very complicated. There is no detail on that part, so it's just a case of filling it in. On the right side, again, we're simply going to place 3 rows of white wool on top, and then on top of that, 7 rows of 3 yellow stained clay. Okie dokie. So that's what the back of the body looks like with the arms complete and the back of the legs as well. What we're going to go ahead and do is fill in the shoulders. Simply all we're going to do is come to the top here, fill it all in using yellow stained clay, and that will give you a 16x4 area, which is solid. And with that said and done, that is the whole body complete, and now we can move on to the head. But before we do, I'm going to get rid of my arm. I'm going to chop it right off, and we're going to have a little spin around of the statue, so you can catch up if you need to do so, or if you got lost any point along the way, you can get back on track. So starting off at the front, this is the front of the legs, again 12x8. We got the front of the body 12x8, and the front of each arm 12x4. Again, pause whenever you feel appropriate. Left side of the leg, which is a 12x4. The left side of the arm, which is a 12x4. We got the right side of the leg, which is a 12x4. Right side of the arm, which you guessed is a 12x4. Coming around to the rear of the statue, we got the rear of the legs, which is a 12x8. Rear of the body, which is a 12x8, and rear of each arm, which is 12x4. The shoulders is 16x4 and consists mainly of pure yellow stained clay, apart from the 4 white wool blocks right in the centre. Okay, so with that said, hopefully you're all caught up. If you're not, then again, go back in the video, see where things haven't gone to plan before you move on, because otherwise things are just going to get a tad confusing, and that's not what you want to do. So, what we're going to do now is, of course, the head. So we're going to get our yellow stained clay. We're going to go to the front side, the side with the white wool in the middle, and go to the left side. We're then going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th block we're going to place a yellow stained clay and bring it 2 forwards. We're going to do the exact same on the right side, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th block we're going to place a yellow, bring it 2 forwards. We're then going to link these together, so the first row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow wool, and then the second row is 1 yellow wool, 4 white, and then 1 yellow. So it's slightly different on the outer row than it is on the inner row, but you'll see why that's a thing in a second. So what we're going to do now is come around to the side of the head, and we're going to expand it backwards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to do the exact same on this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to link them together simply by placing 2 rows of 6 yellow stained clay, and that will give you another 8x2 overhang, or simply if you come up to the top of the statue you'll notice it's an 8x8 square. So essentially this is the template for the head. We got the front side, left side, right side and rear side of the head, and that's an 8x8 square, and we're going to be building them all up because each face of the head is 8x8 and there's 4 sides as well as the top. Okay, so starting off with the front side, because I would argue it's probably more difficult and it's always good to get the more difficult side out of the way first. We got the first row, which again is 2 yellow, 4 white, 2 yellow. The second layer is 1 yellow, 1 grey, 1 white, 2 light grey, white, grey, yellow stained clay. The next row is 2 yellow, 4 white, 2 yellow. Should be looking like this so far. The fourth layer is 1 yellow, 1 lime, 1 green, 2 white, 1 green, 1 lime, 1 yellow. The next row is 1 black wool, so if we can grab that onto a hotbar, get rid of the yellow wool, we're not going to need that anymore. We place 1 yellow, or not yellow, 1 black, sorry, my apologies. 1 white, 1 black wool, 2 white, 1 black wool, 1 white, and a black wool. Again, apologies if I confuse anyone there. I've been saying yellow so much that I'm just in the habit of saying it now. The next row is 1 yellow. It actually is 1 yellow this time. 2 black wool, 2 white wool, 2 black wool, and 1 yellow. The second to last row is 1 grey wool, 6 yellow, 1 grey wool, and then the final row is 8 yellow stained clay. So, once you've done that, that's an 8x8 square, and that's his face complete. However, it's not his face complete. We're going to add some 3D effects to make it look a tad nicer, a tad more, I guess, realistic to the actual skin. So what we're going to start off by doing is in the center block here on the left side of this white wall, we're going to place a yellow stained clay. On top of that, we're going to go up one to right one. On top of that, we're going to go up one to right twice. And that gives you like a little Tetris right angled shape on his forehead. For the other two 3D effects, what we're going to do is go to this lime wall in his eye. Underneath that, we're going to place a yellow, go to the left one, up one, and down one. And that gives you another Tetris shape on its side. We do the exact same on the right side, so we go to lime, go underneath, to right one, up one, down one. And that gives you the 3D effect, and that's what it looks like once you've done it. So again, that's just like, I guess, the balls of fur, and it makes his face look a bit more like puffy and a bit more like furry and 3D and realistic. So it's always nice. And yeah, that's the head with the 3D effects complete. So again, if you want to pause, you are more than welcome to do so. That's an 8x8 square. All the 3D effects, of course, are built on top and not into, just to emphasize that. And we can now move on to the left side of the head, which is very, very easy. So for the left side of the head, all we're simply going to do is just build up 7 blocks on each row using yellow stained clay. So we're just following it around, building up 7 blocks. There are going to be 3D effects, but we'll worry about that afterwards. For now, it's just a case of filling everything in with yellow. And this applies for the both sides as well as the rear side. So we just simply follow it all the way around until we link back to the front side of the statue on the right side. So simply again, going up 7 each time, following it around, and this will give you 3 surfaces of 8x8 squares. That will be the left side, the rear side, and the right side. And then we can go about filling everything in and making it look awesome. So, again, we link around to the right side right about here. That gives you an 8x8 square, 8x8 square, and you guessed it, another 8x8 square. So, what we're going to do now is in fact fill the top of the head in using yellow stained clay to give us our final 8x8 square, and also to kind of finish off the statue. However, we're going to add the 3D effects in a second, and that will be the final touches. So again, that's what it looks like on the top side, but we're not going to worry about that for now. We're going to come to the left side of the head, where we're going to start adding our effects. So what we're going to do is go to the bottom right corner here, to this block here, and we're going to place 1 yellow stained clay on top. Again, this is all 3D, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the left, up twice, 1, 2, 3 to the right, down 1, and that will give you a 4x3 rectangle, and then the 2 center blocks, we're going to place 2 yellow stained clay, like so. We're going to go down to the right side and do the exact same, so bottom left corner, we're going to place 1 yellow stained clay, go 1, 2, 3 to the right, up twice, 1, 2, 3 to the left, down 1, and then in the 2 center blocks, we're going to place 2 yellow stained clay to give you a 4x3 rectangle, and once you come to the front, you'll see it's starting to look a bit nicer. So, coming back to the left side now, what we're going to do, on the top left corner, we're going to place a 2x2 square of yellow stained clay. On top of that, we're going to place 2 yellow stained clay, and we're going to go 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and it makes a T shape. We're going to replicate this on the right side now, so we place a 2x2 on the top right corner. On top of that, we place 2 blocks, we go 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and it makes a T shape out of our yellow stained clay. Now what we're going to do is under the T shape on the right side, we're going to place 1, 2, 3 white wool overhanging like so. So this is the right side. We come around to the left side underneath this T here, and we place 1, 2, 3 white wool on the left side, and that is the left side of the head complete. So for the rear of the head and the final part of this tutorial, what we're going to do on the left side is build 2 to the left, and on the right side 2 to right, on the right side 2 to the left. And then finally, the final 2 blocks we're going to place in this tutorial, we're going to place 1 block right there next to the white wall, and same with this side to make smaller T's, and then we got the white wall coming off of it. And once you've done that, it will look something like this from the rear side. From the top side, it will look like this. And then, of course, from the left and right, it will look like this. However, I'm going to get rid of my arm real quick, and we'll show it off one last time before we end off this tutorial. So this is the front side, again, 8x8. We've got the left side, which again is 8x8 with all the 3D effects. The rear side, again, 8x8 with the 3D effects. And the right side, 8x8, again, one last time with the 3D effects. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like down below and subscribing if you haven't already. Also, check out my other 2 channels that I run, one of them being Gummy, the other one Gummy Bear Games. I'll leave a link to them in the description. I upload 2 videos a week on both channels as well, so that's kind of like a bonus one. But yeah, this is the new channel, so hopefully you have been enjoying the content on Frosted Network. Again, let me know down in the comments below what YouTubers you want to see me do tutorials on, because you guys are in control. You have the power for what I do. So yeah, with that said and done, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Tom Montgomery, and goodbye.